So, Prince Andrew allegedly made some rather choice comments about Kate Middleton. And let's just say William was absolutely not having it. We talking full-on royal rage, the kind that makes you wonder if those palace walls have seen some properly heated exchanges. Stick around, because this family drama is absolutely juicy. Welcome back to UK Informate, where we serve up royal tea hotter than your morning brew. Before we get into the scandalous details of what Andrew supposedly said and why it sent William into orbit, smash that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell. Trust me, you'll want front row seats for every bit of royal chaos we uncover. Right, let's dive straight into this absolute mess. Now, here's the thing about Prince Andrew. The man has become something of a walking controversy, hasn't he? Between his disastrous Newsnight interview, his association with Jeffrey Epstein, and his general inability to read the room, Andrew's already on thin ice with pretty much everyone, including his own family. But apparently, insulting Kate Middleton was the final straw that pushed William from quiet disapproval into full-blown fury. And honestly, can you blame him? According to multiple reports, William's relationship with his uncle has been tense for years. We're not talking about the occasional awkward family dinner kind of tense. This is proper, barely speaking to each other, avoid at all costs kind of tension. And it all reportedly got significantly worse after Andrew made what sources describe as rude remarks about the Princess of Wales. Now, the exact words haven't been publicly disclosed, which is probably for the best because palace PR teams are already working overtime as it is. But whatever Andrew said, it was apparently offensive enough to make William absolutely livid. Let's put this in perspective for a moment. William is known for being relatively measured and diplomatic. He's the future king, after all. The man's been trained since birth to keep his composure under pressure, smile through awkward moments, and never let them see you sweat. But when it comes to Kate, all bets are off. She's not just his wife. She's the mother of his 3 children, his partner in royal duties, and frankly, one of the most popular members of the entire royal family. So when Andrew allegedly crossed that line, William's protective instincts kicked in faster than you can say security. Please escort this man out. What makes this situation even more explosive is the timing. Kate's been through absolute hell recently. She was diagnosed with cancer, underwent treatment, and only recently announced she's in remission. She spent months dealing with intense public scrutiny, managing her health, and trying to maintain some sense of normality for George, Charlotte, and Louis. The last thing she needs is snide comments from a disgraced royal who should frankly be keeping his head down and his mouth shut. But here's where it gets really interesting. Andrew's already been essentially banished from public royal life. After the Epstein scandal erupted, he was forced to step back from official duties. The late Queen Elizabeth stripped him of his military titles and royal patronages. King Charles has made it abundantly clear that Andrew's role in the modern monarchy is precisely nothing. The man's been relegated to the royal equivalent of sitting in the corner with a dunce cap. Yet somehow, he still managed to alienate one of the few family members who might have offered him any shred of sympathy. William's fury reportedly goes beyond just defending Kate, though that's obviously the primary trigger. There's a deeper frustration at play here. Andrew represents everything William doesn't want the monarchy to be associated with: scandal, entitlement, and a complete lack of accountability. William's been working tirelessly to modernize the royal family's image, to make it more relatable and transparent. And then there's Andrew, wandering around making offensive comments like he's still living in an era where royals could say whatever they pleased without consequences. Sources suggest that William has essentially cut Andrew out of his life entirely following these remarks. We're talking no communication, no invitations to family gatherings, absolute radio silence. And in royal terms, that's about as close as you can get to publicly declaring someone persona non grata without actually issuing a formal statement. It's the royal equivalent of blocking someone on every social media platform and then burning their phone number for good measure. Now, let's talk about the broader implications here. The royal family is already dealing with enough drama. Thank you very much. Harry and Meghan's departure, the ongoing questions about the monarchy's relevance in modern Britain, King Charles's health issues, the list goes on. The last thing they need is internal family conflict making headlines. But Andrew, bless him, seems physically incapable of staying out of trouble. It's almost impressive, really. Like watching someone repeatedly walk into the same glass door and somehow being surprised every single time. What's particularly fascinating is how this incident highlights the changing power dynamics within the royal family. William isn't just some young prince anymore. He's the heir to the throne, and is increasingly asserting his authority. When he decides someone's out, they're out. There's no negotiation, no second chances. He's drawing clear boundaries about who deserve to be part of the inner circle and who's been relegated to the outer darkness. And Andrew, through his own actions and apparently his mouth, has firmly placed himself in the latter category. Kate herself has reportedly handled the entire situation with her usual grace and dignity, which honestly makes Andrew's comments even more inexcusable. Here's a woman who's battled cancer, maintained her royal duties through unimaginable pressure, raised 3 children largely out of the spotlight, and consistently demonstrated what modern royalty should look like. And Andrew thought it was appropriate to make rude remarks about her? The audacity is genuinely staggering. The relationship between William and Andrew is now reportedly beyond repair. There's no coming back from this one. No amount of family mediation or awkward Christmas dinners will fix this rift. William's made his position crystal clear. Insult Kate, and you're done. Finished. Permanently removed from his life. And honestly, good for him. Setting fame boundaries and protecting your family isn't just admirable. It's essential, especially when you're navigating the bizarre world of royal protocol and public scrutiny. So where does this leave Andrew? Well, even more isolated than before, which is saying something. He's already lost his mother, who was probably his biggest defender. King Charles has made it clear there's no royal comeback in Andrew's future. And now William, the future king, has essentially written him off completely. The man's running out of allies faster than Britain runs out of sunny days in summer. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, this has been UK Informate.